What the mainstream media was afraid to tell you about the news this week. Well, the mainstream media was obsessed with blaming President Trump for the coronavirus. Here are the things that happened that really matter. Wisconsin's largest school district refuses to tell parents if their minor children, kids in grade school, are transitioning to transgender. That's right, this school district actively pushes the transgender ideology on kids as young as preschoolers, promoting children's books like I Am Jazz, which is about a transgender kid, and encouraging teachers to teach about all genders, despite research from Brown University that found a contagion effect for young kids who think they're transgender after being exposed to trans ideology. And now the school district refuses to allow the parents to see the school records of their own children. But did the mainstream media report on this story? Nope. The mainstream media was silent. The New York Times published fake news from an intelligence community leaker intended, of course, to hurt President Trump. The Times reported that a classified briefing to House lawmakers showed Russia was meddling in our election to help Trump. But that's false. Intelligence community officials then said that's not what the briefing was about, and the New York Times report was overstated. There's no definitive proof that Russia is meddling to help Trump, and the briefer was known. She had a history of being inaccurate. But did the same mainstream media who freaked out about the original report correct the report with the facts? Only a tiny fraction of them did, and only briefly. The fake news was trumpeted a lot louder than the truth. According to a new report, 50% of child sex offenders in Minnesota aren't going to jail for their crimes. 50%. And 90% of predators caught with child abuse imagery, child pornography, were not sent to jail. I don't need to tell anybody that this is egregious, and the laws must be changed to protect kids and send child sex predators to jail. But did the mainstream media report on this? No. The mainstream media has not said a word. Bernie Sanders tells a lie, claiming all studies, conservative and progressive, say that his Medicare for All health care plan will save money. That's just not true. First of all, it's just one study that claims Bernie's health care plan will save money, and that one study was written by a woman who was a former advisor to Bernie who helped him create Medicare for All. And it's just one study. The rest of the studies from the Urban Institute, the Rand Corporation, Emory University, and the Mercatus Center at George Mason University all conclude that Medicare for All will increase costs to consumers. You and me will pay more, and that Bernie Sanders does not have enough tax revenue, even with his tax hikes, to pay for this plan. But did the mainstream media fact-check Bernie's lie about Medicare for All? No, the mainstream media won't say a word against him. According to Axios, President Trump and his associates are creating a deep state hit list of people who are subverting the president in the executive branch. The White House reportedly plans to replace those people with folks who support the president. And of course, the media and the Democrats freaked out. But did the mainstream media report that Obama, when he was president, fired all politically appointed ambassadors just as soon as he took office? Or that Clinton, when he was president, fired all U.S. attorneys except for one as soon as he took office in 1993? Or that Harry Truman, when he was president, fired his top general over disagreements on how the Korean War should be handled? No. The mainstream media pretended that when Trump does it, it's unprecedented, even though it's obviously not. The mainstream media doesn't care to report any of that to you, so we will.